Alright. Hey guys, Matt here with Pendley's Plentiful Pets, Arizona Fish Rescue. We're down here in Phoenix, Arizona. We're here to clean this awesome bowfront tank. It's got a lot of plants, a lot of duckweed, whole lot of it. So we're going to try and trim it up, clean it out. So a couple things we use. We got standard little scrubber. We use the magic erasers. Do you have the magic erasers? Can you please get the magic erasers? These are the magic erasers, these little white things. We use some standard cloths. If we got water hardness built anywhere, we use a metal putty knife for plastic and then a plastic putty knife for glass or card. Then we have standard glass cleaner, ammonia free. Do not use ammonia, never spray it on the tank. And like the holy grail, I talk about the Sea-Chem Prime. It dechlorinates, it makes your water perfect for the fish. Alrighty, let's get at it. Alrighty, so you guys know the drill. Check out this filter. We're gonna go ahead and wash all the top of this off. Oh, buddy. We've got this little spinner wheel part on here. It looks like it's falling apart. It might be time to get a new one. Thank you. This is Adriana, everybody, my assistant. Great assistant, does her job like the best ever. Alrighty, so we've got the topper stuff that needs washed. We want to try and use fish water unless we're going to replace this. I gotta see if we have replacement pads from the customer. And we have very little flow, so I wonder if it's the intake on here is completely jammed up. Oh man, yep, our intake is completely jammed up from all these plants. Look at that flow now. Just wiping off the intake. Gotta love plants. They look awesome, but they are a lot of work, a lot of maintenance. Got some jungle valves just hanging up here. Alrighty, let's get the rest of this decora out. Oh, we try to rinse off the decora. Well, you guys have a parrot in here and he's not doing his job. Take the plastic out. What are you? Are you a goldfish or a parrot? You look like a parrot, a little small parrot. Why aren't you eating the duckweed, buddy? Looks like just a plant. One of the angel hair over here. I think we have one fake plant in here. Another little shell. Oh wow, holy crudoli. I have never seen a ram snail that big. That is massive. Like, you know how we have the pest snails? That's what they turn into. Holy crudoli, I've never seen one get that big. I thought that was a piece of decora. Yeah, you see new things no matter how long you do this. You never know what you'll find. Alrighty, that's ready to get cleaned out, honey. I need this light right now to see everything, but when you get towards to the end, we'll get this light cleaned off, get that water hardness off, but I need to see this to get everything kind of scooped out. I need the bucket if you can get the stuff emptied into the sink so I can get the bucket, because, well, actually I have this here, she wants the duckweed and stuff into, so, alrighty. Let's get some of this duckweed out, control this duckweed. Oh man, she's got a tiny one. Huh? What? Can you go grab our big net, please? Out of the back of the car, because there's a lot of duckweed in here. Alright, so we got any of the plants that I think I can replant, I'm going to try and keep off to the side. We're going to rinse it off, try and get all that duckweed off. The thing with duckweed, there's no really ever true way of getting rid of duckweed. You can keep it under control, but once it's there, I haven't found any way to get rid of it. So if you guys know a way, put under the comments how to do that, because I would love to learn. I'm doing this for 2 years, but I'm still learning as well. So if you've got tips for me and I got tips for you, let's work together. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Pendley's Plentiful Pets, Arizona Fish Rescue. Alrighty. Let's get some of this angel hair under control. All this plant separate is what I'm going to do. Looks like we've got angel hair, we've got the duckweed. Thank you, hon. Alrighty. So I'm going to take a big old net and scoop out all this duckweed. Try not to get any fish. If I get any fish, put them back. Excuse me, fishies. And that's one of the real problems with duckweed is you can't see the fish when you're scooping up the duckweed. And the duckies just love to get scooped up. Extra little pieces of plants in here. I'm going to keep a little bit in here for him, but try to keep it under control. I got any duckies on that one. Just skimming the top. Excuse me, guppies. Excuse me, guppies. So you got some Java moss in here, jungle moss. The lens says something, super scientific name for people who can't give it a standard name and have to name it something scientific that no one understands. Because, you know, that makes sense in the aquarium language. If you want to, it's completely up to you. It would be appreciated.
It's not that bright, but maybe I'll help a little. It gets a little brighter if it's on.
Got a little bit. I'll check the camera here in a second. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh man, dirty, dirty planted tanks. Don't we love them? Top of this, it's just all that duckweed. You know how it goes. This stuff is gnarly. Do you want to set up the drain hose, please? Get that running, ready to go outside. You're going to have to vacuum a lot of this out. Back door, or front door, I believe. They didn't say where exactly they wanted it, so I'm assuming the front, out the driveway, doorway, like I normally do. So, got a good amount of the top cleaned out. Get this intake cleaned out. So I'm going to get a magic eraser and scrub the inside of the glass, and then I'm going to shut everything off so I can clean the filtration, and then keep the light on and start vacuuming. Remember guys, lighting, even with plants, no more than 8 hours of light. You use more than 8 hours, you're going to destroy your plants. You're going to burn them. That's kind of what this is here, guys. So remember, no more than 8 hours of light. If you can get any kind of timer system, put them on a little 8-hour timing system. And that's including the sunlight, if your tank's getting hit by the sun at all. information. Oh, so some kind of, that's cool, little thing of live plants. It's like, can't really tell what they are. Alright, let's get some vacuum going and then try and get this as cleaned up as possible. Alright, so our heaters turned in there. Heaters, if you have a house that's 72 to 76 degrees, you really don't need a heater. Just a myth to have a heater, that's just a waste of money. Unless you have a fish that's like a discus cichlid that needs 95 degree, or you're trying to breed fish and you want the temperature to spike up. There's no need to have a heater. It's a waste of money, guys. Just saying. And you can correct me if you want under the comments, but it's how I feel, what I've experienced. Okay. Where is our filter plugged in? Over here. Here's our light and our filter. Alright, so our filter's unplugged for now, guys. When we start draining water, it's going to backload and burn out if we don't unplug it. Oh, real quick. Wipe your filtration down. Hello, hello, how you doing?
I'm good, how are you?
Awesome.
So yeah, we were the one messaging, I think?
Yes, back and forth. Are you the one I was talking to?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. I do have the camera on recording me doing the fish tank cleaning, so if you want to say hi, it's sitting over on your little shelf right there. Thank you for letting us record and get all this figured out. It's one fish tank at a time, right?
Yeah, not a problem at all. It's a little bad.
Oh yeah, well I've been cleaning, so I got into fish tanks about 10 years ago as a hobby with a little 10-gallon tank. Evolved to 355-gallon tanks, 75, 125, 200, and it just blew up and we just started collecting tanks, and then it turned into, you know what, let's start helping these fish out. Now that I've got everything down 8 years later, let's turn this into a rescue, a business, teaching, helping everybody, because it took a lot, 10 years to get to the point where I'm at, when I'd rather be able to help you guys and get you to get this figured out in like 30 days.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I appreciate it.
That's our goal.
It's been a lot.
So, you have a couple questions about the duckweed, so.
I hate it. I've been trying to, I don't know if you've noticed my little bucket over there. I've been trying to like scoop it out here and there.
I completely understand. So we ended up scooping some off the top. I recommend getting a comet goldfish. Get like just the smallest one you can, get like 3 of them, and they'll take care of this duckweed. They'll go crazy on your duckweed, and then once they hit 2 inches, just get rid of them, because they like to eat guppy fry. Anything that can fit in their mouth, they're gonna eat.
Yeah.
So it's a goldfish thing, but to help control this, at least from what I have learned, to get rid of the duckweed is to get either a cichlid or a goldfish, something that's just going to eat, and that's the best case. You can't have cichlids in here because they'll eat your fish as well, but the goldfish will.
I do have parrotfish in there, but they've been pretty good so far.
I saw one, I asked him, I was like, hey Mr. Parrot, why aren't you eating the duckweed? And he didn't reply.
No, they've been hiding. I got them like 2 weeks ago, so they're still
Getting used to it.
They're still adjusting.
Okay.
They like their little corner behind the wall.
And remember to always have a quarantine tank if you're getting pets or fish from like Petco, PetSmart, somewhere that's
I
big.
put them in there.
Okay. I know the Discount Aquarium down here in Phoenix is really good. Their fish are usually in really good health, so a couple of things to think of.
Yeah, I know. I wish I could get better.
Well, I mean, let me know. We can get you another tank as well. We rescue tanks always. We have more of these bowfronts. We have small square ones. We have big tanks. I have 125 available for $250. So a whole bunch of stuff related. I can send you the list of the fish. We have the guppy family. We have betas that can go with guppies. We've got more plants. We've got a whole assortment.
Okay.
So another thing you have in here. So the thing with planted tanks is you kind of have to be maintenance on it yourself. When you have plants, it's kind of like having plants that you water every day. You kind of have to come in and prune them once a week and kind of try and scoop out any of the duckweed, any of the leftover leaves that break off and stuff. Any of your broken leaves here, try to snip those off and prune those down to leaves that are going to grow and flourish. You can keep the stems, but any dead leaves, try to trim the dead leaves off.
Yeah, we had a really bad light for like the longest time, and then we just got that new light.
Okay.
And so I was hoping it would come back to life.
So how many hours do you have this light going on?
So we turned it on probably about 7 in the morning, and then turned it off anywhere from like 7 to 8 at night.
So that's
leave it on all day.
That's 12 to 13 hours of light. You only need 8 hours of light for this tank for plants and fish and to prevent algae from just overwhelming. That angel hair, the duckweed, all of that stuff flourishes in the more lighting that you have, where standard aquarium plants only need 6 to 8 hours of lighting. So you can go to Walmart, Dollar General, get a standard little plug-in timer, and then make it to where it automatically turns on from like 7 in the morning, goes until 12 if you want, or 10 o'clock, however long you guys are, if you're gone at work, you don't need to have the lights on. If you come home and want to see your tank and have the lights on, the best thing to do. So say you guys, you get up in the morning, 6 o'clock, you have it on from 6 o'clock to 8 o'clock when you guys leave the house, and then you come home and you get home at 5 and you don't go to bed until 10. You could go ahead and do from 5 to 10, 5 to 9. That gives you about roughly 8 to 9 hours. 9's a little bit pushing it, but you can also reduce it down more. I would recommend 6 to 8 hours. So a little timer system, and then if you want to see the tank when you guys are home, do the light timing system for when you guys are home.
Okay.
So little things here and there to help you guys in the fishies. It's when it comes to that, like I said, it's just you gotta maintenance it yourself. I can come clean this tank, but in 2-3 days a week, because of plants and the stinking duckweed and the angel hair, it will just become overwhelming. And it's something you guys have to be able to do on yourself, or have us come like weekly if you want to do that.
Okay.
So little things here and there for you.
Cool.
We're at the point where all we gotta do now, we wipe the inside down, we wipe that down, we need to get the filtration. And do you have filter pads?
I should over here.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, right there.
is this supposed to like go on to something, go into something? Because okay, you got the wrong filter pads. It's Marineland, but this is for an internal canister filter. So look up Marineland filter pads. I believe these are the large.
Marineland?
Yep, the Marineland large filter pads. This is for an internal. I'll still put it in here, replace it for you. We rinsed this one off, I believe, so we're ready to go put it back in here. You don't have any biomedia in your filter. Do you know what biomedia is?
The little black stuff.
That's carbon. Carbon is, if you can get active live carbon from an off brand, like from China or something, then by all means do it. But if you're getting carbon from Petco, PetSmart, or even our local pet store, it's usually dead carbon. It doesn't do shit because it's dead. The only time you know carbon is alive is if you put water on it, put it to your ear, and it hisses and bubbles, like I was showing you at the last tank cleaning. That's the only way you know carbon actually works. If it doesn't hiss and bubble when you put water on it, then it's dead carbon and it doesn't work and it's pointless for your tank.
Okay.
Does that make sense? So carbon is really a hit or miss. If you want to waste the money, then you go right ahead. I don't recommend it.
So what are we needing again?
So the Marineland filter pads, they're usually the large ones. They have carbon in it. There's nothing you can do about those filter pads. It's designed to have the carbon in it.
Okay.
I have a picture of my last customer that had some off-brand stuff from China that was actually alive, and I could possibly send you that. It should fit into here, no problem. And then you're also gonna need another wheel. This thing is falling apart. It's shredded.
Okay.
Yeah, you're gonna need a new one of these wheels. And it's just, I believe, Marineland filter wheel. I don't know any other specific way to look it up. Just, yeah. And I think this is like $5 or $10 for 2 to 4 of them. Unless inflation is smacking me. With inflation now, I don't know.
What darn inflation?
Yeah, the Marineland canister filters that these used to go into were less than $30, and they're now $75 for the same filtration.
What?
Yeah, it's wonderful.
Of course it is.
Yeah. So, little things here and there, and then, okay, so back to biomedia, since we skipped over biomedia, so the people who are watching can know what biomedia is. It's the stuff that holds all your chemical levels. Do you know how the cycle in a fish tank works?
For the most part.
Ammonia, nitrites, nitrates, how your ammonia's bad, like cat piss, your nitrites is poison, your nitrates is good plant food. Okay, so when you do biomedia, which you can use as simple as just take some gravel out of the bottom here, because that's already holding all of your bacteria, the poop, the pee, all of that levels. You will just scoop a little bit out of here, and just take a little bit and put it in the back of the filter. And what that does is, when we clean your filters, when you replace your filter pad, because this only holds one filter pad, when you replace these filter pads, it starts your cycle over completely.
Yes.
If you put the gravel in here, it's your biomedia that holds all those levels. So when you replace filter pads, it doesn't make a difference. It's just keeping it clean like it's supposed to and holds your levels. Keeps you at the nitrates that you're supposed to be at.
How often do you have to change the filter pad?
So it ranges from 2 weeks to a month with your plants and how much you're absorbing the biomedia and the not the biomedia, the duckweed and the angel hair. I would recommend doing at least once a week, rinsing off the filter pad and reaching down in here and cleaning off your intake, because it's going to absorb just how plants and filters work. Plant leaves love to go up into the filter. You know how you had a little bitty trickle going?
Mm-hmm.
Let me show you what it's looking like now when you take all of that off of the intake.
Yeah, no, the duckweed was sticking onto that.
Yeah. It's already pumping it up and going. You hear that? Doing so much better already.
Yay.
Yeah.
Much better.
So just try it once a week. If you don't mind, can you keep a towel here for your arm? Just reach in and dust all that duckweed off and stuff, because you need to be doing this as much as possible. With a fish tank, my thing I like to do is 10 to 15 times the gallons per hour. So this is a 36-gallon bowfront. You want to be doing a minimum of 360 gallons per hour. This is barely producing 125 gallons per hour on you. You're not even doing 5 times the gallons per hour what you want to do on filtration. The bright side is you guys have plants. Plants are another form of filtration. They help keep things under control. But at the same time, when you have levels and it's spiking like this and it's constantly getting messy and crazy, it means you're not getting enough filtration here between this and the plants. So what you can do is you can upgrade this to where you have where it's double the size. You have another one over here it's like Marineland. I like Marinelands, there's okay. If you're gonna get anything, I would recommend Fluvial. Fluvial is the best hangover basket. Those are about $70, $75.
How do you spell that?
Fluvial. Fluvial.
Thank you.
Yep.
So get a bigger filter?
Yep, just basically double the size of the Marineland or a Fluvial one. With the Fluvial, they're pretty big back here, so you have to slide this forward a little bit.
Okay.
But I really like the Fluvials. They're your best hangover baskets that I've ever experienced. And then, do you know what canister filters are?
I think so.
Okay.
It's the
Tubing, unless you got tubing coming in and out of your tank, and you're like, why do I have tubing? What is all that? So it's tubing that comes like an intake and then outtake. Intake over here, outtake over here, and a 5-gallon bucket underneath. And that 5-gallon bucket is a 4 to 5 stage filtration process that's doing 525 gallons per hour. And that's like overkill on this tank, but it'll keep it crystal clear for you all year round. And you'll need to clean that filter out once every 3 to 6 months, and then with the plants, just make sure once a month you're pruning and cleaning up the plants like you're supposed to. Weekly check them, little things here and there.
okay.
So, alrighty, so we're ready to start vacuuming. I'm gonna keep trying and scooping out this duckweed as much as I can for you.
It looks so much better already. It's a lot that got.
You had a plethora of that angel hair and the guppy grass in here. I just completely took that out.
Okay.
Because that stuff, it's just going to grow again. It's just going to do it all over again
I
for
was
you.
debating on just getting rid of it anyways.
Yep.
So.
Yep. So we're going to keep maintaining it and doing as much as possible, trimming this up. And anything that I see that's like replantable like these, we'll go ahead and replant and make it look all nice and live. We'll start replanting once we get the water filled back up and can see.
Okay.
So, already. So what this is a Python. You can get the standard Pythons at your Petco, PetSmart. Really got a good clamp on that. But it's kind of perfect. We need to wash this off because this has a whole bunch on the inside there. Could you do me a favor and rinse that out, please? Alright, YouTubers, if you're watching, this is a Python. It's supposed to have the thing on the end. And so basically what you do is squeeze out here and it'll scoop up and filter everything for you. I can't put it in right now. We're waiting for the filter so we don't take in little baby fishies at all. Let's unplug this filter because we're draining the water. She doesn't want to remove it here, that can go. Also, guys, aquarium plants can come out of water for 3 to 4 hours if really need be. Some only an hour, but for like your jumbo valves, they can go 3-4 hours. I've done it before to test it out, and then what accident. And then just put it back in. Make sure you guys trim off your dead leaves on anything that's growing. We just trimmed off the dead leaves real quick. Got this ready to go. scooping up a little bit of the duckweed. Might as well, I guess I'll catch some more duckweed while we wait. Excuse me, duckies. No, duckies, I don't want to catch you. I want to catch the duckweed. Thank you very much. Alrighty, here's the python, guys. Looks nice and clean through there. Put the python through here. We have a long hose. This is going outside, out to the drain. So on the street, you guys, or you can put it in your bathtub, however you want to get rid of your water. You can put it on your plants outside. Nitrates is one of the best things for your plants. They survive off of it. If you guys end up rehiring me, my goal is to have a microphone for the next time, so that way, you guys can talk. You completely can talk, okay? No worries. I hear you whispering, I'm like, oh, I feel bad.
Be quiet the rest of the days.
You guys are completely fine. You know, that's actually, what's really cool is with like YouTube and stuff, people love hearing the background noise and figuring, what's going on over there? We want to know.
Oh, yeah.
By the way, this snail is massive. I have never
The ramshorn? Yes, I call him Gary.
Gary.
Yes, he's amazing. I love him.
I have never seen one this big. He is massive.
I haven't either. I got him from one of the pet stores. I forget which one. Along with two of the nerret snails that are in there.
Yep, love the nerite snails. I'm so glad they didn't put a bunch of eggs everywhere for me to clean.
No, they're pretty clean. They don't do anything.
The nerite snails, man, when they want to breed and they start leaving eggs, they're one of the hardest eggs to get off glass. They create this really, really heavy-duty slime that just makes the eggs impossible, but yet the eggs never hatch. I've never seen them hatch, ever.
Oh, I didn't notice that at all with them.
Yep. So what's cool with nerite snails is those are actually male and females. So you can breed them together. With the difference between a male and a female is their size. The males are usually bigger than the females. So like if you have two males, you'll never get eggs. So that might be what you have is two males in here.
Right.
So if you have one female, oh my goodness, their eggs are ridiculous.
It's definitely possible they're two males. The second one, one of the other ones that are in there, the pet store didn't even know what it was. They're like, I'm not sure if that's a nerret snail. And I was like, it's definitely a nerret snail.
So this guy looks like he's got shell rot. Because we're in a city and we're in the desert, we have really hard water out here, and our city does a calcium reducer. Because our water is so hard, we have a heavy amount of calcium in our water. So you want to go get the snail little pellets. They're like a little white piece of chalk, looks like a pyramid. Put it in there once a month, and that's a calcium pellet, and it'll help their shell grow so you don't see the white spots and deterioration on your shells.
Oh, okay, and those are called the mysteries too.
Yep. I can't get mystery snails to produce or breed at all in any of my tanks because of the calcium we have, and it doesn't matter what I feed them, they do not like our water up in Kingman.
I wouldn't want them to produce anyway.
Be ready, because they will mass produce. Luckily you don't have a topper that they can just climb onto the topper and lay eggs on, and then the eggs will just drop and give you babies.
Right.
And you'll see like a fat sack of eggs right here. After they get to about an inch, they'll start breeding. Yeah, those mystery snails are asexual, so they can breed with themselves, they can breed with others. Yeah, they'll just mass produce. So be ready for that. You got lucky with the ram snail. Do not get any more ram snails, or they will mass produce and become a crazy pest snail you'll never be able to get rid of. I haven't done it yet. Yeah,
no, Gary's the only one I want.
Awesome, yes, and do not get any more. Perfect. Gary's
Yeah,
the
no,
way to
I'm
go.
good on the snail department.
I don't blame you. They become overwhelming really easily, really quickly.
I have 6 in there, I'm pretty sure, so I think that's plenty.
More than enough.
I love the mysteries, so of course I had to get the mysteries semi-recently, probably like 2 months ago now.
I've done the mysteries and stuff, but out of the snail life, I would probably go with the color mystery snails. They have an ivory one, like a purple.
I do like those.
Yeah, that's one of the ones I've always wanted, those beautiful purple ones.
I wanted the blue one. The blue one sounds
Okay.
pretty.
Once again, we got some angel hair. I'm trying to suck it up. Don't we love angel hair, guys? Once it gets in there, it never goes away. You can bleach treat your plants where you dip them in a 1:20 ratio of bleach water to help get rid of the angel hair, but once again, once it's there, it's almost impossible to get rid of. Yep. I'm still a little new to the plant life, so that's kind of why I'm enjoying the YouTube. So anyone who knows more about plants can kind of comment and help me here and there with the plants. I've always had plants, but I've never been like the kind of guy to just mass produce, breed them, constantly trim them, and take care of them. So that's another thing I'm learning right now with the freshwater life. Plants have really seemed to become the next big thing with the fish. Let me get this cleaned up. It's jammed up with plants. We're at about 25% water change so far, or 75% through. Rinse that out pretty please.
Fishes are gonna be so happy.
Thank you. If you have any friends with fish tanks, please send them my way.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more down here in Phoenix so we can come down to Phoenix once a month regularly.
Okay.
So, yep. Alrighty.
You should tell Abby. Oh yeah, she's a huge thing. I was gonna tell Tiara.
Anything?
Oh, she's in Tucson.
I'll go to Tucson. It's gonna be $60 for us to go down to Tucson instead of $40 like how you guys are doing.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yep.
Maybe.
You do. Okay. And
A little
then
bit.
it's $1.50 a gallon, so say it's a 250 gallon tank, it would be $3.75 plus the $60. So yeah, $35 for us to come out there and clean it for you. So. And then if you do, if you have a cycle where we come more than once a month, we go down on prices and stuff as well. Yeah, it goes down to $1 a gallon if we're there more than once a month. So it'd be the $3.10 every time we're down there. So. Come on, it says no. Because you have that air gap and you haven't done any of the tightening thingamajiggers and drawing the blank of the name on. I don't care who you are, this will always beat the 5-gallon bucket method. Hello, Yo-Yo Loach. Excuse me, Mr. Yo-Yo Loach, I gotta get a lot of this nasty stuff out of here. Oh, how often do you feed your tank? When she comes back, remind me to ask them, because that's one of the major things. You never feed your fish 1 time a day, 2 times a day. You only need to feed them twice a week. That's it. Especially if you have plants. You only need to feed them once a week if you have plants. Because what do you think they eat in Mother Nature? Plants. The duckweed, all of that. You don't need to feed them any of the flake food pellets, none of that. Only thing you would do is, like I said, the calcium pellets and the protein pellets.
Every day?
No, once a week for the calcium and protein.
Oh, I see.
You can also get protein. What's cool is there's like an animal protein powder you can get for like lizards and stuff, and it works on fish as well if you sprinkle a little bit in once a week.
Oh, we have some for our bearded dragon.
Yep, we have bearded dragons as well. Princess and Chaz, they had eggs last month.
Aww.
Yep, but we didn't have an incubator yet. I had no idea they were gonna lay eggs.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so we went to Vegas. It was a 6-hour drive there and back. Got an incubator on Facebook. Came back and the eggs were already shot. It was too late. Like the moment the eggs hatched, like they laid them the night before, we didn't realize we woke up and they were there. So once the eggs are laid, you got to put them in an incubator within 6 hours or they're done. Yeah. And 6 hours is risky. It's like 4 hours you want to have them. So we've got a male and a female on a 125, and our male is one of those exotic orange ones. We got that really nice orange color on his face and body.
That's cool.
Alrighty, so we're at about a 50% water change, guys. I'm trying to skim over the top and get any more of the duckweed or any more of the angel hair that we can get. All this stuff pooling up on here. After that, we're gonna go in, start filling it up, and we're gonna take some plants and trim some plants, and any plants that are dead, we'll take out. It's all your fault. So how often do you feed your fish?
Well, I'm really bad at remembering, so my uncle feeds the
So tell your uncle to only feed them once a week.
Okay.
Because you have all these plants and everything, what do fish eat in Mother Nature? Plants and bugs and things like that, like the mosquito I'm gonna kill on the wall here. Sorry,
Oh, thank you.
it was sitting there forever. I'm surprised you didn't move.
We appreciate you. We keep it again.
Yeah, if you guys, the coolest mosquito killers and bug zappers I've found so far are like the UV light ones. They're like this little blue that plugs into the wall. And yeah, it's like a bug zapper. It's the same blue bug zapper, but it has a sticky pad that like mice stick onto. And the blue light shines right onto that. And it's got a white wall. It's like venue.
My friend just showed me that at her house like this week.
Yeah, I found that this time. Found it last year. We had mosquitoes popping up, and the best thing I could have done, because I have all these fish tanks, we get a lot of mosquito eggs laid into our fish tanks that don't have because I have shrimp tank and stuff, and so shrimp tanks don't have guppies or anything like that that'll eat any eggs that are dropped in from bugs or spiders or mosquitoes, anything like that. Yeah. So we have a bug company that comes and sprays, but there's nothing they can do about mosquitoes. So that blue light is what we found so far that works the best. So
we have a mosquito bucket in the backyard that they do every year, like monsoon season, and that helps. But
all right, give me just 1 second. Hey, hon. Can you get the fill hose set up?
you see Lily? Yeah.
That's all done. Get on that. Fill hose set up.
She really loves to come down.
I'm sure she does.
Alrighty, so we're all done with our drain hose. We've done a 50% water change, and now we're gonna fill it back up. Put the snail back in its water. Fill it back up and get everything back up and running. Get the plants trimmed up and do the best we can. So, yep. So here's a little example of the kind of thing I was talking about. So you see how this plant has all these dead leaves? So you just want to snip your leaf, any of the dead ones. It's like rotting or whatever. What that's doing is that's pulling nutrients from your plant still because they're still alive but they're dead. And it becomes overwhelming for your plant so it can't grow and flourish new leaves because it's trying to suffice all of these dead leaves still. So you have these little baby ones growing here and then there's a dead one right next to it. This dead one's going to make this live one die in the next month or two because it's still alive. So little things here and there, you just want to kind of pull your dead leaves off, and you can leave the stems. The stems are perfectly fine. That'll actually still absorb the light but not try to grow the leaf for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So a little photosynthesis lesson there for you today on the plants. Thank you guys for reaching out to me. And if anybody on YouTube wants to reach out to me, hit up Pendley's Plentiful Pets on Facebook, or the number's on the back there, 928-263-9626. We're in Phoenix. We can go to Tucson, Vegas, Barstow, California, the whole area, Prescott, Flagstaff. Hit me up. We're here to clean your tank and make you laugh. Or try.
it's your waiver.
Yeah, little consent form.
Yeah, it's fine.
That means don't sue me if anything breaks. I'm just here to help. It's the product, not the cleaner.
Right.
You don't sue the janitor, you sue the vacuum. Vacuum company.
What if the janitor vacuums you? Then you be the janitor.
And then I'd call Honey, I Shrunk the Kids to vacuum me. Alrighty. Got some Venestas here we're going to clean up. It's the aliens, man. Maybe plants here. Got a little thing of black plants. See these damn rocks off of this. There we go. This is an interesting little plant I've never seen. On this one. of this looks like it's turning real good. Just got that guppy grass all over it. When you're replanting plants, guys, you just kind of grab the base, make sure all the roots are in the same area. Put your hands down, spread the rocks so the roots get in, and then bury it with the rocks. And boom, your plant's back in now. Yep, little things. There's another little plant on a rock over here. Looks like you've got, oh, this is an Anubias. We have a ridiculous amount of these. These guys, if you can get this to grow, it will never stop growing. What's cool is you can break off the little parts of the root here, and it'll just flourish and grow elsewhere. And as long as it's like on a rock, it'll just grow and grow and grow.
I thought that was a fake plant.
Nope, this is a real plant. This is an Anubias. It takes forever to grow, but once it gets on its grow cycle, it will get the job done.
Julie, I just popped that in there.
I forgot when or where I got that.
So this one, Venestus, the jungle violet, looks like it doesn't have any leaves on it. This might be a pineapple as well. I'm just gonna get rid of it so it doesn't pull more nutrients from your water. I gotta remember the names of what those are. I gotta learn the names of that one. I know this one's pineapple sword. So the last plant we gotta trim up. Guppy grass. You think you get rid of it all, and there's more. It's just guppy grass for you.
But that is never ended.
Are we letting you put that bucket yet?
If you want to dispose of the bucket, I don't need any of it. I have so many plants donated lately.
My rock is in there.
Yeah, there's a rock in there. Yes, there is.
For how long?
What does it mean to you? You know, my wood is back up there. I could just put my wood back in.
Why do you have to have anything in there?
Because they broke it.
No, they don't. It's in the bucket.
Quick question. Could you please show her where to take the hose to fill it up in the shower head, please? And then we'll have to take the shower head off and connect that to your shower head so we can control the temperature from your shower. That way you don't have to worry about the hot water from Phoenix coming and spiking on these guys. Any kind of spike of a temperature degree 2 degrees higher or lower can cause stress, it can cause death. It's just how fish are. They do not like quick spikes.
No, yeah.
So this is all cleaned up for you. Yeah, you can still see the stems on them. We've got some baby leaves growing in here, and then nice big ones still.
Nice.
So it's gonna take time. It might grow, it might not. Like I said, I'm not the perfect plant expert, so. If there's any plant expert, like YouTube people that want to help me and want to link up and get some views, let me know. You see my face and everything? Alrighty, hey guys, Matt here with Pendley's Plentiful Pets. So sorry about the last little cut off. I didn't realize that we cut the video off. So here's where we're at, halfway down on the water change, cleaning the water hardness off the glass. We're gonna get this light cleaned off real quick, and then we're gonna fill her up and call her good. Alrighty. Here's the light, my great assistant. That water hardness there, the water hardness on the top. You know where the magic erasers are, how to do the job. You're an amazing assistant.
How far is Kingman? 3-4 hours?
What's that?
How far is Kingman? 3-4 hours?
3 hours, 45 minutes.
4 hours.
From here, yeah.
Long drive.
Oh, it's not bad. We go to baseball games after. Yeah, and we, make it worth it coming down here. And then I had a couple fish deliveries as well that kind of made it worth coming down here. I have a few regular people down here that whenever I come down here, they're like, "We'll take all your fish, whatever you have of these kinds, we want them." Because all my fish prices are 1/3 of what the big leagues ask. I have not bought a fish in over 5 years. Every fish I get is all rescued. Yep, only fish I buy are hobby fish, and this hasn't been a hobby for about 5 years now. Yeah.
And I'm thinking about rehoming my clown loach in there, but it makes me sad.
Why? What's wrong with the clown loach?
I feel like he needs more friends and a bigger tank.
I mean, I do have a school of 6.
I feel like he's full of 6.
Just let me know whatever you would like to do. We're here for you and the fishies.
Okay, I'm not ready to let him go yet, but I know I need to.
Well, I'm sure in the future, if we want, we can get us set as a regular monthly thing, and then if you decide to finally get rid of them, we can take them off your hands.
Okay.
Yep.
Or it just gives me an excuse to get a bigger tank.
That's not gonna happen.
I have a 125 gallon available for $250. We can deliver it here for $100. Let me know.
No.
Yeah, and that's.
You weren't even cleaning that one.
Well, then you.
Clean the new one.
See?
You gotta clean it weekly.
I have to maintain it weekly, is what he said.
Okay, well, let's see if you do that. Then we'll go from there.
And if not, just get rid of the plants and get higher filtration.
Oh.
Okay. I have options.
Options are nice.
Exactly.
Get more fish with a bigger tank.
And I have plenty of fish. I have over 1,000 fish.
That's a lot.
Yes. Alrighty, I have scrubbed back here. I think all that's left is the filter.
It's all located in the same place. It doesn't really matter.
Who cares? It's a lot of lives I'm responsible for.
But there might be.
But Mom!
Oh. You let him have a bearded dragon.
Yeah, you took it to the other house. It's not here. It's so cute though. I love that bearded dragon.
They have so much character. I love the characters of bearded dragons. We have Chaz and Princess. Our princess was my lady's bearded dragon. She got it from a baby when she was like 16. Gave it to a family friend, and then she finally moved in with me. We had the 125 gallon tank and set that up for her. And she was in a 20 gallon tank. She was not doing good. She's like this big. She's massive, big old female. Yeah, she's well over 1.5 feet. So she needed a big old tank. When she got into that, she just nonstop was shedding for a year straight, constantly shedding and just growing bigger and bigger and bigger. She had a 125 gallon tank to grow in and love.
Nice.
And then after about a year of that, we found Chaz, which is another gentleman. We rescued his fish tank, and he had a whole bunch of bearded dragons, like 3 of them in a 100 gallon tank. It was bad.
Oh,
And yeah, so we took Chaz in, didn't realize he was a male, she was a female, and then they linked up and we had the eggs.
Well,
Yeah.
we didn't intend to get a bearded dragon either. We actually
Nope.
found it by the Salt River.
Oh, wow.
And it was like just running around out there, and some lady was like grabbed my brother and was like, "There's this lizard over here. It looks like it's one of the pets." And
Yeah.
so we went and like rescued it and brought it, and we were like nursing it back to health because its tail was all the way black at the end, and it can't still. It was only like 2 weeks ago, so it still can't really move.
Oh man.
But it's eating now.
That's
we soak
great.
it all the time.
That's really
it pooped finally. We were so happy.
What are you feeding it?
He's giving it worms, and then we have those. I don't know exactly what they're called because I don't pay attention to like the names of things. But it's like the red pellets, and then the brown pellets.
Those have the vegetables and protein and stuff in them. Okay.
Yeah.
They like natural plants. The dandelion leaves you can get at your local store, grocery store. They love the dandelion leaves.
Oh, good to know.
Strawberries, raspberries, watermelon, all of that stuff. They love it. Don't give them spinach. Spinach is bad for them, but other lettuce is okay for them.
We gave him some kale, and he.
Yep, kale is perfect for them. Yep.
Good.
So, and then carrots. You can take carrots and shaved carrots. They love carrots.
We tried carrots. He didn't like the carrots.
Okay. Try to do the carrots with mealworms. Get some mealworms and put the carrots with mealworms, and then he'll get addicted to it. And the carrots are good for him.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, let me go turn this on, and we'll go from there.
Thank you. Oh, be careful. It gets hot kind of easy. Like you gotta
Okay.
watch the temperature.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I feel her.
Yeah, we were like, we have no idea what to do with this lizard, but we're gonna try to help it. And so now we got, I think it was what size tank is it that he's in now?
He's most likely a 55 gallon.
I think it's the 55 gallon, but I think he might be bigger. 'Cause he's probably like that big.
That's still small compared to mine.
Really?
Yeah,
How big is yours?
like not including your tail, like that big, I would
Oh
say.
my gosh, that's crazy. Yeah, he's so sweet though. We named him Charmander.
I like
Charming
it.
for short. Yeah, so hopefully he makes it, but he's not like walking yet.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So much easier than what I've been doing before.
because we don't have those filter pads, I'm just gonna we'll use this, and we'll use another one so you have the bacteria level still on it. Remember the marine land filter pads.
Yes, I wrote it down.
Perfect. Put the rock back, not Dwayne the Rock.
He's pretty funny now.
Excuse me, Mr. Snail. Gary. Get the plants there.
Yes, the rock is funny.
I said Dwayne, not Dwayne the Rock yet.
I was lost. I was like, okay.
I think he said he was going to run for office or something. I don't know.
What?
The rock?
Somebody said, I think so.
Yeah.
Kanye was saying he was running for president.
Lily's going crazy up there.
Yeah, she's not happy. It's all right.
No, that husky up there, she's like, I want to go down
I saw her in the window.
there.
Yeah.
I'm surprised the chihuahuas are being quiet.
Oh, Rika's
I'm still surprised.
Thank you. Alright, we're filling up. Okay. Huh. Aha! Got it! Saved it this time! Success! Alright. Back to the viewers. If you guys use anything, a dechlorinator, neutralize your water levels, Chem Prime, don't use Top Fin, don't use API, it's a POS. Use Chem Prime. Anything Top Fin, anything API, all that crap, it's just horrible.
Yeah, I'm not happy with one I've been using, but
Chem Prime, if you want to add that onto your list, Chem Prime. Anytime I come, it'll get treated with this. You have fish at the top freaking out, Chem Prime. Another thing, I noticed you don't have a bubbler on here at all.
I don't. I was thinking about getting one.
Yes. So, if you want to help clarify this water and add filtration on top, do a sponge filter setup. You can get sponge filters online, or if you have me come back down in a month, I can get the sponge filter, the sponges, the airline, and set it up for you. So, just let me know if you want to do something like that. We can get it figured out. The sponge filter is like, do you know, like how I was talking about the carbon, the active carbon? Now imagine the active carbon is made into a sponge filter. You have an airline that goes down into it. There's a mass that's about this big, and then it has a little thin plastic part that goes down into this solid bottom. Air goes into the bottom there, hits the base, comes back up, and when it pulls through the base, it's pulling water to that sponge filter and absorbs all this microfiber stuff.
And how much would that be for the setup?
So mine's only $40. My setup's only $40, yes. It is a used bubbler. So if you wanted a brand new setup, it's $60, so I can get the bubbler online, but $40 for a used setup. The bubbler is under 50/50. It might work well for like 6 months and then just take a dump, or it might work great forever. So it's just what you would like to do. As a rescue, I try to make sure people get used, reused from one person to the next, because I don't want to throw anything away that a fish can use.
And it's the, I'm sorry, what was it called again?
Sponge filter. When you buy the packs, I'll have 2 sponge filters. We'll put one in each corner here for you. That adds 120 gallons per hour on top of this 125. That puts you at 245 gallons per hour, roughly at 66% of where I want you to be. You upgrade the Marillion filter to a 250 gallon per hour, we're looking at 370 gallons per hour. That gives you the 10 times gallons per hour filtration with the Marine Land and sponge filter. And then you have the plants on top of that that'll be doing great with the filtration like that. Sponge filters do like to get that angel hair growing all over it. It'll look like it's a live plant if you have the angel hair on it. It's kind of cool. Yeah. So, alrighty. How's the light? Let's plug the light back in. And then these are on upside down.
They did look funny.
What was that? Oh, the.
Oops.
Yep, these are on upside down. It's meant to hold it up and above.
Which one of us did that?
That would be me.
Like I said, it's taken me 10 years to get all this stuff, so I completely
There's
understand.
so much about fish keeping. Like
It really is.
before I got my aquariums, I started with a 10 gallon and I did so much research before. I upgraded to a 15 gallon and then I finally got the 36 gallon.
Amen. into that. It just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So next is the 125.
Exactly.
So where can we put it?
I have one.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
I mean, okay, so if we move that stand over here, if it'll fit, it might come up to the corner a little bit, might get in the way. Or if we move that table, I mean, I'm just saying, it can go up against the wall there. You know, if you want, you can, if you don't want to move all this, you literally just slide that forward and put it up against the window right there.
That'd be so pretty against the window.
And when you first walk in, that's the first thing you're gonna see.
So bad.
Alrighty,
It's okay. You'll be convinced.
we're almost ready to turn this water, get this water going. Filter.
And she'll get to look at the fishes while she works. What about cool? I wish I could watch her. She's all
And what I'm doing to get the marine lamp started back up, I'm just putting the hosing right into it and it just primes it and gets it going. So, still looks a little bit cloudy. Honestly, it should be fine. You let it cycle by 24 hours. By tomorrow, you should be much better. We're gonna fill it up all the way to the base here. And then we gotta wipe down. We gotta wipe down the outside and then all of this here for you. And then we're almost done.
Yay!
Yep, how does it look so far?
Like so much better. I think we'll be happy.
Okay.
Oh, the silver fins are fighting.
We gotta get you some shrimp in here. This looks like it needs shrimp.
They get eaten every time I've tried.
Oh, you have parrots in here? Parrots will eat the shrimp. Oh, the loach might, but I only know that the clown loach eat the babies.
I'm pretty sure it was the guppies that eat them.
They eat baby shrimp, never adult shrimp.
I don't think I got to know. I think it was baby shrimp.
But baby, they're like baby are like that microscopic. The only thing that can fit in the guppy's mouth. Because normally big shrimp, they're like a centimeter roughly, regular size when you first get them. When they breed, they'll get smaller.
I'm not sure who it was, but I didn't have the parrots in there when I had the shrimp. I had the loach, the guppies, and the fins. I've had those silver guys since I've started this whole fish thing.
The only thing I might think is the city, they treat our water, so it might have done some kind of system, something in the water system.
I'm scared to know what's actually in the city water.
Oh yeah. I need to put that other rock back in there. I don't like how it's designed right now.
Let's pull the hose out of there, please, hon, and start bringing it to the. Yep, let's start cleaning that up. I'll bring it down so you can start draining it in 1 second.
I'm surprised the Oscar's up to that.
Oh, it's rubbish.
He usually hides during this.
So what are you gonna do with your rock?
I'm probably gonna put it back in.
Probably?
Yeah.
You don't know.
When does it matter to you?
Because it's a bucket of water. It's
So?
probably collecting
I cover it with a towel.
mosquitoes and things.
I cover it with a towel.
Does it smell?
No,
Don't lie to me.
I don't smell.
I can't smell because of COVID for 3 years. Don't lie.
I don't smell anything. The guppies look so much happier.
You can tell by their faces.
Their little eyeballs, yes. I'm surprised the parrots are coming out. They love that corner over there.
Which ones are the parrots?
The orange ones, Cosmo and Wanda.
Oh. The chickens.
Huh?
The chickens. They've been coming out more.
Yeah, I think they're getting used to everything.
Get that part back, put back on where you were at.
They were probably like, what is this dirty house you're putting us into?
I know, they were probably upset.
Alrighty, guys. Here's the tool. Alrighty, so now we gotta start wiping down the outside, get all that nice glass cleaned off.
I love the parrots though. I kind of want to rehome all the guppies and all the small fish and get more cichlids.
Yeah.
And
If you do cichlids, you can't have plants. Cichlids eat plants.
that's true.
plants go away, that means you're
Well,
starting
it
a
sounds
whole
like you're not
tank.
gonna be cleaning the plants as much as you're supposed to anyway, so
Yeah.
something to think
You don't know
about.
what I'm gonna do.
I don't, I'm just saying, it sounds like maybe.
I mean, it's a good way to just, if you're done with the plants and you want to get rid of them, just get cichlids and they'll eat it all up for you. And then it'll never be a problem again. Same.
And then all the money I spent on plants will be down in their bellies.
It happens, man. It's just some expensive fish food. I once spent a good penny on some fish, and I didn't realize that my other fish were going to eat it, and I lost a pretty penny on fish one time. 5+ years ago when I was in a hobby, not a business. Alrighty.
Hard lesson.
Yeah, you win some, you lose some, that's for sure. Especially in the fish life. I spent one time, electric blue Jack Dempsey's are one of my favorite fish. But I can't get them to breed, or I can't get them to grow more than 3 inches before they just die. Or even before that. I spent $500 on 20 of them, 125-gallon tank with over 1,000 shrimp that were bred in there, so the water parameters were perfect. And I lost them in 3 months.
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah. So I was done with them. I tried the electric blue Acaras. I bred electric blue Acaras, had that successful for about a year, and then all the babies I bred hit about 1 inch, and then they would just die off. And then on top of that, all of the adults after 2 years completely gone.
How long are they supposed to live?
4 or 5 years minimum, but it's a man-made fish. The electric blue, anything electric blue other than the ram, the electric blue ram is man-made. It all comes from that electric blue ram that they use his genes to breed with.
Crazy.
Yeah. Alrighty, so let's wipe the outside of this down. How's it look? Go. Y'all.
It looks so much better. I'm so happy with that.
Awesome. Nice to hear. Glad I was able to help. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. I was avoiding you the whole time.
It's just so much to keep up with now that I'm pregnant.
Amen to that. Well, you got us here for you. If you want us to be a regular.
I'm thinking so. I
Awesome.
would like to do it anyways.
I don't blame you. And hopefully that'll get us some more people out here in Phoenix who will be coming regularly, so it'll be less for the other people. And hopefully soon to be you guys when I get more regulars out here, hopefully my transport fee can go down for everybody as well.
It's not ridiculous. I mean, $40 isn't terrible.
Okay, awesome. Thank you.
Well, especially coming from
Yeah,
Canada.
especially for how long you drove.
You know, and then I gotta pay my lady as well. She gets paid for this. I make
Good.
We work this pretty well together. She's a great assistant. If it wasn't for her, I'd be here twice as long.
Yes.
So.
It takes a while to clean the tank, especially the big one.
Oh yeah. Alright, well here's your bucket full of plants. You want your bucket
You
full?
sure you don't want that?
It's just duckweed and a rock in there. I don't need the duckweed, and there's no really live plants. It's just all trimmings. There's not much I can do right now until I get my monster pond put back up and running.
Ooh, fun.
Yes, I actually just got donated a 1,000-gallon stock pond. That's one of the circular ones. We used to have a 1,000-gallon above-ground pool for kids to swim in for my monster fish that had fish this big in it. Yeah.
Those are cool.
Yep, so we tried to upgrade it and we failed at upgrading because it was leaking almost every month. We were constantly getting a leak on it after 2 years of the pool being up and running nonstop because it's a cloth material basically. It's a plastic cloth material. And so I think the sucker fish were literally sucking holes into it. It was that bad at that point. So we tried to take the pool, take Flex Seal, put it inside of that pool, buy the exact same pool, line it on the inside, spray foam on the corners for support, structural support. The Flex Seal seeped through the material and poisoned all the monsters and killed over $10,000 worth of rescues. Yeah. I had an arowana the arowana was worth over $5,000.
Those are huge.
Yeah, she was this thick. So
Yeah.
we have another one. Luckily, we rescued another one like 3 months before she passed. So we have mini marijuana, and so she's about 14 inches to 16 inches. And the moment we get the pool up and running, she'll go into there. So, alrighty. Alrighty, once again, guys, Pendley's Plentiful Pets. Here's your fish tank cleaning. We did the ins, we did the outs. If you have any questions, please like, comment, follow, subscribe. Thanks for choosing Pendley's Plentiful Pets, Arizona Fish Rescue. We're here to help you and the fishies. Thank you.